Hey everyone, it's Kariana with Create Your Future. I am a certified law of assumption coach. I'm a certified life coach, and I'm a certified meditation practitioner. And I'm here with another video today about boundaries, boundaries while creating SP. So let's talk about that. So before we get into that, I wanted to mention to you guys that we do still have our free course that we're giving away. It's called How to Find Your Blocks and Manifest Anything Fast. I always say this, but it's a great marriage to whatever else you're doing while manifesting, whether it be mental diet. We know we can't get around a mental diet, whether it be affirmations or inner conversations or, any kind of visualizations. It's a great marriage with that. So check it out. Also, the link for my one-on-one coaching will be down in the description box below as well. So check that out if you guys need any help on your manifestation journey. I'm always here to help, and I love, love, love what I do. So reach out so we can get you whatever you desire. Everything that you want to call in, let's call it in quick, easy, fast, and effortlessly. All right, so I want to talk about boundaries really quick while manifesting SP. So a lot of people will come to me and they'll ask me about boundaries. And, how do I do it? What do I do? Can I do boundaries or, can I create boundaries while manifesting SP? Because I know everybody's working through me and I know I'm creating anyways. So how do I do this? So there's a couple ways of going about creating boundaries. One, I always say in every single one of my videos that you first and foremost have to get clear on what you want or what you want to do going forward. Because obviously we know that our subconscious does not like to be confused in any way, shape, or form. So if we're wobbly and we're going back and forth about how we want to execute things in our manifestation, that can cause a lot of chaos. It can cause back and forth movement, hot and cold behavior, up and down. Or it can cause you to be at what it looks like as a standstill. You're kind of up against your manifestation, even if you're having movement, because there's always movement happening. It's behind the scenes and you're not really calling it in and bringing it in and seeing it. It's not tangible. So what I tell my clients is first and foremost, get clear and specific on what you want moving forward and how you want to execute things. And what I mean by that is that you can create space between you and your manifestation or you and your SP if you feel like things are really off balance and you feel like that person is kind of playing games with you, or it's a unhealthy situation to be in at the time. You can create space while you're manifesting, and that's creating a boundary. And what you can do is, you can simply, a person tries to reach out to you or try to communicate with you. You can, be polite if you like to. You can answer their texts and their calls and say, hey, I just want to create some space between me and you right now. It's, I'm just doing my own thing. There's things I need to sort out. There's things I need to work out. And you can do it that way. That's creating a boundary. But you must, after that, go in and start really, really visualizing, can't talk today, this person in their perfect version as you want them to be, right? Strengthening your self-concept and your creator mindset. So while you're in that separation with this person or, creating some space, because you're never really separate from your SP, but or these things at all. But when you're creating a little bit of space, you can really, really be focused on yourself and your self-concept and your creator mindset while you're doing that. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's a way of creating a boundary. And as long as you're coming from an authentic place, like I say, and you're being transparent, and you're taking a lot of the emotion out of it and not, really talking about the past so much and dwelling on things and being really reactive to your 3D, then you should see really good results. You should be able to call in your SP in your manifestation exactly as you want if you're really, really doing the work while you're in that space by yourself. And then also too, you can create boundaries by, once again, this is still going within, right? The first thing that I described to you is really going within, creating that space and then going within and changing your assumptions about how that person shows up for you. Changing your assumptions about whatever you are trying to manifest, how it's coming in for you. And then, you can create, you can go inside and create boundaries by inner conversation, because they're really meant to bring, everything together. I've explained this in other videos. I always say this about inner conversation. It's meant to bring you together with whatever you're trying to manifest. Usually people do inner conversations when it comes to SP. And yeah, just going in, like I said, I've explained it in another video, and putting everything on the table, coming from loving kindness, calm, neutral, and just, picturing your SP showing up in their perfect version, happy, coming from love and kindness. You're sitting together in a neutral spot. You're facing each other. You're seeing this person's face, eyes, as detailed as you can get. Some people tell me, well, I can't visualize, Kariana, or I don't see things clearly. That's fine. I'm not very, good at it anyways, but everything I visualize has came true in my reality, pretty much, like to the exact visualization that I had. So don't worry about it being super clear. Our mind sees in pictures. So just believe that, your mind, your God self, higher self, whatever you want to call it, knows exactly who that person is, who you're speaking with, what they look like, how they talk, walk, act, all of that. So you want that person to come in the perfect version. And then you want to just tell them, hey, this is how I'm feeling. I was really hurt when you did this. I was really hurt when you did that. I'm coming from love and kindness, and I just want to put things on the table. And you want to hear that person say, I'm really sorry for causing you pain. I never meant to cause you pain, and now I show up in this perfect version, and I'm here and I'm listening and I'm open and I'm ready to communicate, and just kind of have a 10, 15-minute conversation with this person. And that's a really good way to create boundaries. Okay. Recognize that they're apologizing to you, that they're making you feel, confident in the situation, that it's changed, that it's going to stay changed, that they're going to stay in their perfect version, that you're only going to experience them in their perfect version from here on out. And then you can, you'll know when to fade the scene out, drop it. And you can do that for a few days and see how you feel. That's one way of creating boundaries when you're, still in a situation, and when you're out of it, when you've created space. Also too, I tell my clients all the time, you can create space out here. Create boundaries out here. You got to be very careful though, when you're doing that, is because you don't want to be reacting or reiterating, reaffirming the old story. I see a lot of clients come to me when they're like really exhausted, and they've, I've tried every method. I've had coaching. I've done all the things, and I'm frustrated. I'm reacting. I get it. I've been there. Clients have been there. Friends have been there that I've coached. I've seen it. Okay. And that's the thing. If you're going to decide on creating a boundary out here, say that you and SP, I'm just going to give you guys an example. But this goes for if you're still, interacting with your SP and you haven't created that space and given yourself that time, and, say that you're in a relationship and you're living together. Okay. And you want to recreate your SP, or you want to tweak things in your relationship and make things better. Or this person has came back in your life and they're conforming, but you're seeing like an old, a little bit of that old story popping up every once in a while, because remember, there's a delay in the 3D, so it must detox out. So you might experience a little bit of that old story or old version of SP while they're fully conforming. And I tell my clients, do not trip yourself up with this, okay? When you see that, you've got to take your attention off of it, not be reactive to it. Remember, I always say this in almost every single video, that the more that you are less reactive and pay attention to the old story, the old habits, characteristics that you've seen, the old version that you've seen of the SP, the quicker that it dies. It has to detox out of your reality. And the more that you shift your attention onto what you want, the more you're going to experience that. And so that's the same with creating boundaries. If you see something and it makes you feel uncomfortable, I'm not saying at all that you can't create a boundary out here, that you can't, speak up, that you can't talk about things, you can't address things, but you have to come from a place of like not reacting and not reaffirming the old story. And sometimes that's tricky with certain people because they're still emotional. And especially when they see some old traits coming out, a little bit of old story playing out before SP is completely confirmed, it can be a little tricky for some people. And I can understand that because, like I said, I've seen it a lot. I've been there. But what you have to do is you have to take the emotion out of it, take the reacting out of it, okay? And be very matter of fact and very straightforward. And that gets you good results, without reaffirming the old story, without being reactive, without putting a lot of emotion into it. Because all you're saying is to your subconscious is that, I don't think I'm powerful enough to change this, that I'm reaffirming that old story, that I want to experience more of that. You're giving it power, right? And we don't want to do that with the old story and the old version of SP. So I just want you guys to keep that in mind when you decide to create boundaries out here, have conversations or have talks and all of that. Just try to take the reaction out of it. Try to take the emotion out of it. So yeah, it's just a reminder. This is going to be a little bit of a shorter video, but I just wanted to get on and talk about boundaries because I've been hearing a lot of clients mentioning it, subscribers mentioning it to me, asking me questions about it. And I wanted to get on here. I thought it would be a good subject, just a little, video about it to get you guys to understand how to deal with that. It's not that you can't, it's just how you go about it. Okay. The format that you use to create boundaries. But just remember, right, that our thoughts are always creating. So everything starts in here. It all starts in here. It's what we're feeding our subconscious is what shows out here, shows out the 3D the most. And so we have to take that as a lesson. So if we see something we don't like, okay, and we keep repeating that, seems like it's a pattern, we keep experiencing that. People are reflecting that constantly to us. We have to ask ourselves, why? What's going on in here? What am I entertaining the most? Right? And then we need to flip those thoughts, right? Because we need to change that story. Like I say in every video, right? Almost every video, I challenge you to ask yourself if it serves you. And if it doesn't serve you, then you need to decide if you want to flip it. You want to change it if it's worth changing, even if you create a little bit of space between you and your manifestation to change it, that's fine. Or if you want to fire it from your reality, right? Because we're literally just the director, okay? We're the director and we are writing everybody's script, okay? And so we decide if we want to hire actors, if we want to rewrite their scripts because we like the actor, but we don't like the way that the script is being acted out. We rewrite the script. So you decide. You always have the decision to flip this or fire it from your reality if it does not serve you. Okay. Remember that thought transmission is instant. It's real. Everyone is you pushed out. Do not ever forget that. And don't ever forget to always stay as strict as you can on your mental diet, because that is going to give you the results that you want. The stricter you are in your mental diet, the more focus that you have on what you want, right? Then the quicker the old story dies. And then the more that you experience what you want. So creating boundaries becomes something that you don't really have to do anymore, right? Because we all know that an assumption and a belief is a thought on repeat. So if we have those new beliefs, those new assumptions that are now hardened in fact, then creating boundaries isn't necessary because it's our new story. It becomes our new story. And then if something comes about, right, we just simply tweak it as we go. So yeah, that's how you create boundaries, guys. I mean, in my opinion, anyways, that's the format that I like to go by. It's the simplest way that I like to explain boundaries to my clients, to the subscribers on the channel. But yeah, so I hope you guys got a lot from that. I hope it was simple but informational. And I love you guys. It's finally raining here, so I got a little bit of rain hair going on, but I don't mind at all. I'm happy that it's October. I'm happy that it's almost Halloween. And I'm just so proud of you guys, that you guys are just such powerful creators. And you guys are coming to me with so many success stories. And I'm just so happy to read them on this channel. And I just can't wait to read the next one. I've got some lined up that I still have to read. Hopefully I can share those in my next video. But yeah, so you guys have a great day, and happy October again. Happy almost Halloween. And I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.